Hey guys, what's going on? It's Eli, back with another review video, and that's right. Now reviewing this, and fortunately, maybe hopefully just for part one, it's just gonna be me. Little Blue hadn't had the chance of watching this show yet. That's right. After the last MCU show on Disney Plus, which being Loki, now we've come to Marvel's What If. Yes. So, the first two episodes, of course, and for part one, episode one, What If Captain Carter were the first Avenger, and episode two, What If T'Challa became Star-Lord. So, I think this is pretty good. I especially really enjoyed episode two, but of course, we're going to start with episode one first. Now, episode one, What If Captain Carter were the first Avenger, was pretty good, instead of Steve Rogers becoming the captain, the first Avenger, it's Peggy Carter. She becomes Captain Carter, and what's really cool is because this show, like Marvel's What If, pretty much so almost has the entire cast from the MCU films reprising their roles. Like Haley Atwell does reprise her role as, of course, Peggy Carter, but you also have Dominic Cooper as Howard Stark, Sebastian Stan, Bucky Barnes. Fortunately, no, Chris Evans does not come back, does not reprise his role as Steve Rogers. I guess I can understand that, I don't know. Who else am I missing? Well, that's all I'm seeing right now, but, But yeah, so it was really cool that it's really cool with that happening because the actors coming back reprising the roles, and this was pretty good, and the action going on, and the animation's not bad too, and with Steve Rogers because he's still skinny and such, and and especially because with Peggy being so muscly and strong, a muscly, strong woman like her, and skinny man Steve Rogers just in love. You know what I'm saying? And good for Steve Rogers because he gets to operate and control something of Stark's, the Iron Man machine. The Iron Man suit that Howard Stark built. But I kind of have to go back and look because Howard Stark, he did build that. So built an Iron Man kind of suit. Metal, just say how Tony did in the first Iron Man film. You get my point. And also, because just say with Steve Rogers, because in this, Peggy Carter, this time, doesn't have to do with anything say crashing a plane and, being frozen in time, but she goes through, say a portal or something and travels 70 years, I guess, into the future, and comes across, is greeted by Nick Fury, once again voiced by and reprised by Samuel Jackson, and Hawkeye reprised and voiced by Jeremy. Oh no, Jeremy Renner. How did I almost forget his last name? Ugh. So and even Nick Fury tells him, because about, she's traveled 70 years, and, she's kind of upset, of course, and because, of Steve Rogers, obviously. So, I thought episode one was great, and now, episode two, which I enjoyed the most, What If T'Challa became Star-Lord? And this is one of the first few episodes of this where, Chadwick Boseman, reprises his role as T'Challa / Black Panther one more time, before he passed away. So, and of course, ever since Chadwick had died, I figured that, he would have by then had recorded his lines for T'Challa / Black Panther for Marvel's What If. There was no doubt about that. And of course, I was right, he had recorded his lines earlier, I want to say it was 2019 he did so, and, because the animation would take a long time to do, and, and it looks really good, and it shows. So T'Challa, because instead of Peter Quill being taken by the Ravengers, into space, it's T'Challa who gets taken into space, And the Ravengers, because Taserface and, you know, that what the other Ravager. Crap, what was his name? I forget. Okay, I've got the tablet, of course. I'm gonna have to go to the cast. Here we go. It's gotta be here somewhere. Or I just have to go to, maybe if I do this. And actually, because the third episode, which, well, you know what, I'll save that for later. I'll mention, before this review ends. Sean Gunn as Kraglin. I almost forgot his name. Kraglin, yeah. So him and Taserface, once again, reprised by, well, where is he? Oh yeah, because the main character of this, it like kind of starts off every episode, like narrates the Watcher, voiced by Jeffrey Wright. Yeah, Chris Sullivan, yeah, who played Taserface in the Guardians films, because he also reprises his role. And you also have, say, Michael Rooker reprising the role of Yondu, Karen Gillan as Nebula, Damon Hansu, I hope I'm saying his full name right, who once again reprises the role and voices Korath, you know, who we first see in the first Guardians film, and then we see in Captain Marvel, so, you know, and T'Challa's father, once again voiced and reprised by John Conney, and Thanos in this too, reprised by Josh Brolin, and Thanos is actually not too bad in this, like he's a good guy or something, and has a sense of humor, you know. The Collector, reprised by Benicio del Toro, and Karina, okay, yeah, reprised by Ophela Levabond. I'm so bad at this. I'm really sorry. But the same actress who played the pink female, like the pink girl, like that served the Collector in the first Guardians film, and actually, her and the Collector did first appear in one of the end credit scenes of Thor 2: The Dark Worlds. You know, so we knew them before Guardians, a year before the Guardians of the Galaxy. Anyways, and Donna Guria, if I'm saying her last name right, you know, reprises the role as Okai, you know, in Black Panther. And even Drax is in this too, but unfortunately not reprised by what's-his-face, you know. Instead, Fred Tatasciore voices Drax, and what's-his-face, who's Drax, he was not asked to voice Drax, which is kind of strange. Why? Why didn't they ask him? That's bullcrap. That sucks. Oh yeah, and even Howard the Duck, who makes an appearance, I don't see why not, because he's part of the Collector's Collection, you know. Once again, voiced by Seth Green, you know. So Seth Green being the MCU's the voice of Howard the Duck in the MCU. So, you know. Anyway, so everything that was going on in that episode was really cool, and you know, because T'Challa being cool at being a Ravager and Star-Lord, you know, Yondu and all the other Ravengers, and along with Nebula and Thanos, and Nebula for sure, and like Nebula's got a dress on and blonde hair, and oh yeah, even Cosmo the dog, like he makes an appearance too, and even Thanos' children, they actually in this one they serve the Collector, and a fight sequence between Thanos and, you know, his children's, you know. Yeah, and you know what, because at one point in the episode, T'Challa, not Black Panther, because he goes by Star-Lord in this, T'Challa realizes where he was from, and he was taken from his home, etc., and later in the episode, and when they escape from the Collector, actually, and the Collector's, some of the stuff in the Collector's collection, like had Easter eggs, for example, like there was Captain America's shield, and the Collector whipped this out, Hera's helmet, you know, Hera from Thor Ragnarok, played by Cate Blanchett, yeah, so the Collector wears her helmet, you know, to do something, you know, to like take on T'Challa or something, but of course, at one point, you know, of course, the Collector does lose, of course, you know, and the Collector, because because Benicio del Toro, who reprises his role as the Collector, he kind of voices the Collector very differently, because like not how the Collector's supposed to sound in the movies. I don't know why. I don't know why he did that. But of course, near the end of the episode, they all go back to Earth, to Wakanda, and yeah, some pretty funny stuff there. And like Yondu meeting T'Challa's actual father, just and at the end of the episode, right before it ends, we cut to like say Dairy Queen, and we see Peter Quill. He's like a janitor, and not Chris Pratt, not voicing Star-Lord, which is a shame too. They couldn't get everybody in. Why? But they got Kurt Russell for just a few lines. Kurt Russell reprising his role as Ego, like Ego coming to get Peter, out, at Dairy Queen's, And yeah, that episode was pretty good. Episode 2, I enjoyed definitely, and no, I'm not saying that I'm not saying I didn't like episode 1 of Captain Carter. No, it was good. But I'm just saying I enjoyed episode 2 more. If you get what I'm saying. But so far, Marvel's What If, I'm enjoying it, and I can't wait for the rest of the episodes to come out. And okay, and here's what I say this about episode 3. So from what I could tell, and yeah, because I saw this on the tablet and on IMDb, apparently so, because episode 3 is going to be centering around Loki. So, but what is it about? I forget. Oh yeah, one funny thing from episode 2, I forgot to mention, like, Drax serving at like this club or something, and Drax taking a selfie with T'Challa, and he can send it to his wife and daughter, Okay, so episode 3 of Loki, like, what if Loki presented himself to the governments of Earth as King of Asgard? Okay, so that's going to be the next episode, and we'll also have to wait and see what episode 4 is going to be, because episodes 3 and 4 will be for part 2, so, So for part 1, it's episode 1, what if Agent Carter became the first Avenger, and episode 2, what if T'Challa, was Star-Lord, So yeah, so far, I'm enjoying the show, and what about you guys? You enjoying it so far? Just leave comments as always and what you thought of my review. So that's part 1, yeah, okay, almost lost it. Episode 1, what if Captain Carter were the first Avenger? And episode 2, what if T'Challa became a Star-Lord? Yeah, because it says a Star-Lord, Anyway, so stay tuned, guys, for part 2. That's going to wrap things up for part 1. I hope you guys enjoyed part 1 of the review of Marvel's What If. More reviews coming your way. They're going to be awesome. Keep looking forward. And until part 2 of the review of Marvel's What If, I'll see you guys in the next video/review video. And maybe hopefully for part 2, Little Blue will join in. We'll just have to wait and see. And when he watches the show, when he eventually watches it, so Okay, take care, peace out, and Avengers assemble.